All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Thursday Night Blitz. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez, Jay McLovin, and Big Glenn. How's it going, guys?
Going good, going good.
Tell you how it's going, man. It's going
What,
horrible.
what
Freaking
happened?
horrible.
What happened to Glenn?
His phone. He'll come back in.
Yeah,
But
guys.
I told you, there he is right there. Hey, no, seriously. Hey, I was telling Tony real quick at the beginning of it all. So I didn't play Walker because I thought Walker was going to be horrible. And then he's blowed up for 20 points. I thought Seattle's defense, top 5, would be kicking ass. Not so much. They got 1 point right now, Tony. Seattle's got one damn point. Anyway, flows all yours. I apologize.
Yeah, let's just jump right into some Thursday night football. Been a pretty good game. The Rams have completely outplayed them, guys. But just now took the lead back 16-14. I mean, they've got 323 yards of total offense, 231 passing, 92 rushing, and we were just barely, 8:31 in the third quarter left. So I mean, still got a long way to go. Seattle's only got 185 yards total offense, 70 passing. Do have 115 yards rushing, so they are rushing the football pretty well. Not a whole lot of penalties in the game. Seattle's only got one penalty. They had been sacked a couple times. Rams are pretty clean on that. No sacks, no turnovers for either team. Solid game. But Chris, your thoughts so far?
Well, the Rams really dominated the first half, other than one big play by Kenneth Walker that got him in down to the goal line. Seattle got that touchdown to take the lead 7-0. Then other than that, the Rams dominated, but had to settle for two field goals in the red zone. Then you get the fumble at the end of the half to stop Seattle, which was big. And then you open up the third quarter and you give up another big run to Walker. Other than the two big plays by Walker, Seattle has had basically no offense in this game. And the Rams just had to settle for another field goal.
Yeah.
So the Rams have really dominated the game, but have not been able to convert in the red zone, and then they've given up them two big plays.
Missing Devontae Adams in the red zone. He's not there tonight, and I think they're missing him. Jay, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, exactly. Chris is right on. I think the one thing Seattle is doing well is running the ball, right? I mean, Walker's had two big runs, right? He had the one for 55 where he got the touchdown, but he had another one, I think it was about 30 or 40 yards before that. So he's had two really big runs. Charbonnet also has had 5 for 17, but both of them have gotten a touchdown. Charbonnet's gotten a touchdown. Walker's got a touchdown. 79 yards so far from Darnold. Darnold has not looked good. Nick Jigba, JSN, has been targeted twice with 0 catches, 0 yards. That's the biggest thing for me. Seattle has got to get that damn passing game going. They got to get Nick Jigba going. They got to get Rashid Shaheed going, and they have not done that. And that's the biggest thing for me is the fact that they have not gotten that passing game going. On the flip side, Darnold has done a really good job getting the ball to Nakua and also what's that other guy's name? Fernandez or the tight end. I think that they got the touchdown earlier. They've been doing well with him.
Yeah,
I think it was Fernandez or something like Figueroa or something like that. Oh, they just got an interception. The Rams did. So now they're getting ready to take over the ball. And he's going to look like he's going to score. Oh no, he got to the 2-yard line. It looks like. So yeah. So obviously the Rams. The Rams defense is doing well. Obviously, their defense is doing well on the passing side of it. The running side, they're not doing good, but the passing side, they're doing amazing. It's a tough game out there for Seattle right now.
Big Glenn, your thoughts?
I tell you what, man, they're scoring a little bit more than I expected, considering the conditions that was expected for the game tonight. I figure this game, but as far as the total score, we're probably under half of what it is now because we're at 30, and it's probably, it's going to go up. But Sam Darnold, the line that Jay's been saying most of the year as far as my fantasy stuff is concerned, Glenn is who we thought he was. While Sam Darnold is becoming is fitting that line pretty perfectly. Sam is who we thought he was, and it's a big game on Thursday Night Football. Likely for the division. I don't know how the division is looking for those two teams, but they're probably battling out. And Sam Darnold's playing like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a. That was. I just. I'm way behind you, Jay. That play just happened when you was talking about. Yeah, that was not a good throw. That was not a good.
Yeah, and Corum just got a touchdown. So right now it's 22-14. But you know they were because they got the ball to the damn 2-yard line, and they have not been playing good defense at all on Seattle's side.
Rams are running the football pretty good. I keep forgetting about Corum. I mean, I know they got the other kid. I think Williams.
Rams got two pretty good running backs.
Yeah, they really do. And I forget about Corum. And I kind of forget about Williams. I guess because you think about the passing game, and you forget the Rams are a pretty complete team. They really are.
And Corum just starting to come to his own, coming back from that injury.
Yeah, he's a good running back. Guys, let's move on. We'll keep track of this, see what's going on here in a little bit. But the first game I wanted to talk about was Green Bay at Chicago, soon to be the Gary Bears, maybe. There's been a lot of rumors of talk that they may be moving to Gary or somewhere in northwest Indiana. Other show, Marcus, which I hadn't heard this, Marcus on our wrestling show was talking about changing the border and where some of northwest Indiana would become part of Illinois. So they're about changing the border. I don't know what that's all about, but anyway, that'd be.
Hold on. I want to go back to earlier today on the afternoon show when he said that Texas is trash. Like, well, you know what? Ain't nobody ever come to Texas trying to take our land. You know why? Because we don't put up with that shit.
They're wanting to come to Indiana. They're trying to come to us.
But think about it. But you're losing it. You're about to be part of the Fibs. Illinois bastards. That's what they call them. And Wisconsin, people from Chicago are called Fibs, and it stands for fucking Illinois bastards. That's what people in Wisconsin say about Illinois. I'm going to say it's kind of funny when I first found out about that. Anyway.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll happen. I think there's no way Chicago's going to give them up. They'll come to terms. I think they're just the owners are using that to get what they want, to get to what they want. That's my opinion. I could be totally
Could you
wrong.
imagine if they moved to a city called Care, and then they call them Care Bears? Oh God, that'd be so awesome. That'd be the best thing ever. Put little rainbows or little shamrocks or whatever the hell in their uniform. That'd be so. Oh God.
Jay, that's awesome.
I mean, hell, if we move in teams, I might as well just move into freaking Angola, Indiana.
All right, let's get off that. Chris, what do you think about this Green Bay Chicago? What does Green Bay have to do to win this game? What does Chicago have to do to win this game? Break it down.
For Green Bay, their offense has to keep playing like they have the last couple of weeks, and it's going to be interesting to see how their defense responds with not having Parsons now. Are they going to be able to get some kind of a pass rush? I think that's going to be big for them. Are they going to be able to get a pass rush? For the Bears, kind of the same thing. They need to be able to get pressure with their front four, and then how is their quarterback going to play? They're a team that has kind of been like Denver, where first three quarters they might not play real great, but they seem to play better in the fourth quarter. The Bears have been doing that quite a bit. I think it's going to be a good football game.
Yeah, it should be.
I lean toward the Packers, but I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I kind of lean towards Packers too. I agree with you. I think Green Bay and Chicago are both going to try to come out and establish the run, and I think this could come down to turnovers. Jay, what are you thinking?
Buddy, man. Hey, so this game's in Chicago, 35 degrees. Both of them are used to the cold weather, so that shouldn't be a factor, thank God, because you might have Tua Tagovailoa trying to play in 35 degrees. That dude would get killed. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Green Bay is favored 1.5 points. I think it's going to be a close game, obviously. Interestingly enough, the leading sack leader, Parsons, for Green Bay is on the IR, as well as leading tackler for Chicago, Edmonds, is also on the IR. So you got the leading tackler for one team, the leading sacks for the other guy, both of them on the IR. Both defenses should reflect that. Packers are coming off a loss to Denver, 34-26. And the Packers beat the Bears the first meeting on December 7th in Green Bay, 28-21. But Parsons isn't there. Game's in Chicago. I think it's going to be a different type of defense. I think it's going to be a different feel. I think Williams is going to probably get a little bit more time in the pocket to throw the ball because he ain't going to have Parsons trying to track his butt down. So those are big things. Green Bay, interestingly enough, I thought this was interesting. So the points as a team is 365. The points against is 338. So the margin of error is not very big between what they give and what they get. It's a little bit different for Chicago.
Jay. I'm gonna give my man Hooley some love. What's up, Hooley? That's Melvin. That's Melvin. That's King Hooley. It's Melvin. I had to stop and give some love. I want to do it for everybody. Jay, continue.
Remember on the afternoon show where I said you got to stay in your lane? Now, you doing good. You got spanked a little bit earlier today by Tony. Let's not get spanked again, okay? Because I'm not as nice as Tony is, okay? Next time you talk and you want to say some shit like that, you're going to timeout, sir. So you just sit there, look pretty, enjoy your boxes with your little cards that you get from Target that you're so excited about. You just look at those cards for a minute. Let me see what I gotta say. Then we'll come to you.
I think that was Glenn's nice way of saying that you need to wrap this answer the fuck up.
I didn't know what the hell he said. Something about some Hooley. Hooley.
That's Melvin's nickname.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, Melvin, we're about giving the love, but not what I'm giving my
Melvin
sermon.
says, "What's up, Mr. Indiana?"
Okay.
I'll get to that comment. I'll get to that comment in a minute. Go ahead, Jay.
So to make this a little bit easier, the Packers player, I think the Packers player to watch. I fucking hate you, man. The Packers player. I'm sorry, I apologize. Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
Melvin, Jay might not appreciate you, but hey, us other three, we appreciate that you're here.
Yes, most definitely.
No,
Okay,
okay. Back to where we were. So I think the player to watch for the Bears is going to be Caleb Williams. I'm looking forward. I think he's already said, he's come out and said publicly that he's looking forward to this rematch. And the fact that Parsons isn't there and he's looking forward to this rematch should be amazing, because when they met the first time, he threw 186, 1935 in 6 straight games, completing only 60%. So he's doing well. I think he's played close to 6% of his passes. So I do want to say that it's going to be interesting, now that there's not Parsons there, how much more he puts on Green Bay's defense, since he's not going to have to worry about Parsons chasing them. And last but not least, I did want to say the key matchup for me is going to be the Bears O-line versus the Packers D-line. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. Fuck you, Glenn.
Okay. All right, Big Glenn.
I didn't want to lose my train of thought with him still being in the room, but yeah, as far as me doing well, I'm doing good. King Hooley, we lost to New York tonight, obviously, but it was a good game. But as far as Green Bay and Bears, I'm going with Chicago once again. Chicago gets the job done on Sunday or Saturday, whenever it is.
It's a Saturday.
Yeah, I figure
What time Saturday? What the fuck are we playing Saturday games already?
I think, Chris, listen.
No, I think a lot of that has to do with probably the NFL, or not the NFL, but the college. I think a lot has to do with college.
I think it's a 5 o'clock start.
If you didn't want to interfere with college, you wouldn't do a game on Saturday. So it can't
That's true, because there's no college games on. I don't know. Gonzo, I don't know why.
On Sunday, so yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why they do it on Saturdays.
I know that a lot of times in the last 20 or 30 years, the NFL likes to have Saturday games that have some relative meaning for divisional.
I knew they do it in the playoffs sometimes, but now they're starting to do it in the toward the end of the year in the regular season.
Guys, not only is there one game, I was wrong. There's 2 games Saturday.
Yeah,
Eagles and Washington at 5, Bears and Packers at 8:20.
Yeah, and you have 3 college football games on Saturday.
You know how I know that we.
I don't understand why they moved games to Saturday for it. It's almost like they wanted to go up against college. Let's go. Let's go up against college football playoffs.
Another thing that
2 of the games are early, but your late games are going right at each other.
Yep.
Yeah, you know how
you gonna watch Green Bay. You gonna watch Green Bay in Chicago, or you gonna watch fucking James Madison in Oregon.
I'm gonna watch Green Bay in Chicago.
Yep.
Or I want to hear Gonzo. That's fine. I was trying to get the words out.
But I did want to say one more thing. Hey, before we move off of this game,
this is great shit, man. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Since Parsons isn't there for Green Bay, I think the next biggest guy to watch would be Rashawn Gary because he's had 7.5 sacks over the last, I think, 7 games prior to, or the first 7 games he had 7.5 sacks. The last 7 he had 0. So out of 14 games he has 7.5 sacks. But he's going to have to step up in lieu of Micah Parsons not being there. That's all I wanted to say about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, as far as the Saturday games are concerned, you know how I know that we played Saturday games for a little bit is the fact that we beat New England at Lucas Oil about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
When Jonathan Taylor had that nice run to close the game out, you know.
Yep. I always thought they didn't start them till like the weekend after Christmas, and then that's when they started doing the Saturday
Yeah.
games.
It's been like the week or two before Christmas the past couple of years. So
Okay.
yeah, Tony's getting quite entertained over there.
Yeah, I was. Man.
Yeah.
I'm a little loopy. This is my 4th show, so I'm a little loopy.
Hey, by the way, that's
It's
not
okay.
Tony. His new name is OG. That's what and Tony, I need you to start changing it. We're gonna start calling you OG from now on. Damn it.
What
Put that on there, man.
Did you listen to this? Did you listen to that?
Hell yeah, that's pretty badass. I liked it. That's pretty dope. I actually thought that's pretty cool. So yeah.
What's the name of the show, Tony?
These nuts in your mouth. Now shut up.
Nah.
It was In Your House. It's a Hollywood House and them In Your House.
Okay.
I'll
I'll check that out later.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on,
I love you, Glenn, but I couldn't pass up that.
It's on YouTube, Glenn.
Yep.
Yeah. Better watch out, man. I'll pull the nutcracker out on you.
Oh God. Okay, let's go to the next game, guys. I got Tampa Bay and Carolina at Carolina. Jay, what's your thoughts on this game?
Let me go back to my now, Glenn. Please, when I get in my sermon, don't say nothing until I'm done.
You're good, man. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. So yeah, Tampa, Carolina. You know, this is a game of 2 teams that really had the division in their destiny, and both teams have found a way to kind of screw it up, trying to get it done. Both of them are 7-7. It's a noon game on Fox, so I guess they wanted to get it done super early. The spread is the Bucks by 1.5, which is kind of interesting. It's the same spread as what the other game had, Green Bay and
Hold on,
they
man.
had. Yeah,
What game are we talking about?
Tampa and Carolina.
All right.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
Yeah.
What time
All
is
right,
that?
Are you good? You good? Follow along. Glenn, can you hold Chris's hand, please, so y'all can all join brain cells so y'all can follow along, please? Thank you. Okay. Good job.
1 + 1 does equal 2. So go ahead.
There you go. See, holding them hands. That works for you. All right. Hey, back to what I was saying, man. So the Bucks are a 2-game slide, right? Last game wasn't too good. I think they were like 1 for 4. Panthers are coming off a loss to the Saints. They're 2 out of they won 2 out of the last 5. Mayfield is 4-0 though. It's important to know he's 4-0 against Carolina. He does have all of his weapons back. So I expect to see. I think it's correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the first of 2 meetings before the season ends. I think they got him this week, and then they got him at the end, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. The Bucks they do have back-to-back divisional titles in 24 and 23. So I think a lot of this goes in the experience is going to go in the waiver of the Bucks. The inexperience is going to go in the waiver of Carolina. And we all know that Carolina has been very inconsistent at times, just like Jacksonville. They've all been kind of inconsistent. Having said that, I feel like the Bucks if the Buccaneers can stop the run, that's another problem. I think is can they stop the run? And Carolina, last time I checked, these cats have been putting up 100+ yards every single game for like the last three days, and they put up 200 yards rushing twice this season between Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. One of those games was against my Dallas Cowboys. So go back and watch that game if you want to see how good Carolina's run is. So my thing is, can Tampa stop the run? Can Carolina be consistent? And can they can they stay true to what they're supposed to do? So I know it's going to be interesting to me, but I think in this one, I'm going to roll with Tampa because Godwin is back or Godwin is there. Mike Evans is listed as questionable day-to-day with that collarbone issue, but I think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to miss this. He knows what's on the line. So he should have a full accoutrement of wide receivers plus Bucky Irving. The only question I think for the Bucks is can they stop the run, which is the strength of Carolina. And if they can stop that run, then Tampa's going to get it, and they're going to get the win.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Jay, in a way. I think Carolina's got got to slow down. Like you said, Tampa Bay's got the weapons, so they got to play good defense and slow that down, the pass game down. Can't let them. If Tampa Bay goes out there and scores 31 points, I think Carolina's going to be in trouble. So Carolina's got. I don't think they got to hold them to 10 points or anything, but I think they got to keep them in the low 20s.
One point to note though, Tony, real quick about Evans. I'm sorry, I did one more thing I want to say about Evans real quick, and then I'm done. I promise you. He does elevate his game against the Panthers. He had 7 touchdowns in the last 5 games versus the Panthers, and even Canales I think that's how you say the coach's name for Carolina. Canales has come out and said that Mike Evans is a tall, fast, physical guy, and he's very hard to cover. So I do look for Mike Evans to go off. He should have a big game. As long as he's healthy, he should have a big game against Carolina. I apologize. Thank you.
Oh, you're fine. Big key, like you said, is Carolina being able to run the football. It is at home for Carolina. So I think it's going to be a real close game. I know Tampa Bay's got a bad taste in the mouth after blowing that game the other night, but I think I'm going to go with Carolina by 3. Chris.
Yeah, the Bucks are a 3-point favorite by the spread. I love the Panthers here. Both teams are coming off a loss last week. The Panthers have a sour taste in their mouth. They were winning out the whole game against the Saints and blew it at the end. And both teams are coming off losses to the Saints recently. The Saints beat Tampa the week before that, like 24-20. But I like the Panthers for one big reason is they're at home. They're 4-2 this year at home. They're a whole different team at home than they are on the road. So with this first game between these two teams being at home, I really like the Panthers and the Bucks defense. I think the Panthers offense is going to get the run game going, and the Panthers defense, like I said, is played a lot better at home. So I like the Panthers in this game, especially on the spread at the +3, because I think this game could be a field goal game. So at the worst, you're probably going to get a push.
Hey, real quick, you know what's interesting about this game, and I'm wondering if this is going to affect you guys' decision about Carolina winning. The offensive line starting left tackle Icky Edmonds, with his knee is day to day, and they don't know whether he's going to play yet or not. And I wonder if that could be a big factor. And also, I think the second big factor that could go against Carolina is this particular reffing group that's going to be officiating the game tends to call a lot of pass interference calls. Matter of fact, they had the most pass interference calls in the reffing league. So I wonder if those two things are going to impact how Carolina plays.
It could.
Anyway.
Big Glenn, your thoughts?
I think Tampa Bay's gonna get it done, but it ain't gonna be by much. It's gonna be your typical divisional battle.
Okay. Update on the football game, Rams and Seattle. Rams, as we go to the fourth quarter, Rams look like they're about ready to score again. So it looks like take a couple touchdown lead. Let's go back to the games I have down, guys. I got Jacksonville at Denver. Huge game for both teams, especially Jacksonville, who's trying to keep a hold of their division. Denver's only lost twice. I like Denver here. It's at home. Denver's tough to play at home, even though I think Jacksonville's is really playing pretty good football right now. Jacksonville's going to have to find a way to run the football if they want to have a chance against Denver. But I'm going to go with Denver. Big Glenn.
Denver. I feel like Denver's got enough weapons on the offensive side of the ball and a good enough defense to slow down Jacksonville.
Okay, and Jay.
This is a big game. This is a big game for the Houston and also the Colts. Because the Colts they're not out of it, so they're still trying to get up in there. So this is a very, very big game. When you consider, I think Houston is like one game. I believe they're one game, or is it a game? I believe Houston's 9-5. Jacksonville's 10-4. That might be. Is that a half game? Is that a game and a half?
Game.
It's a game, yeah. So if Texans win and Jacksonville loses, I mean, yeah, thank you. I appreciate the math. I didn't tell you math was my strong point, Tony, or Chris, okay? It's not my strong point, so let's just stop laughing at me, okay? Because I'm very sensitive. Very sensitive. It tastes my heart. It tastes my heart when I see you laugh at me. But again, hey, both
teams. Because you say you're not a Houston fan, but every conversation goes back to Houston.
Because we're talking about
we're talking about the Jaguars and Broncos.
You're about to go to timeout. Glenn, you're my number 2. Jondo just slipped to number 3. Tony's my number 1. Good job. And I should say OG Tony. But I'm gonna say,
Tony
but
OG, guns off.
both teams right now are coming out on win streaks, right? Denver's got I think Jacksonville's on a 5-game win streak. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Denver's on a 17-game win streak. This could be 18, if I'm not mistaken. If they get, or they may be 18 going on 19 win streak.
Win streak?
They could
Yeah.
have 19 because Colts beat them this year.
Yeah, they've been beaten twice this year.
Is it? I thought they were on a.
Could be that long.
Something like that. It might. Well, I
They could
don't know
they're
where I
on a
got
pretty
that.
Could be
good
home.
win streak,
Could be home. Could be a home win streak.
Maybe. Okay, maybe I
Maybe that's
miswrote
why.
that. Maybe I miswrote that. I just
Maybe
thought I
that's
saw
what-
somewhere where they were on that. Their win streak was like 7. Maybe it's the home that I'm thinking.
Maybe
of.
home. Yeah, that's probably it.
You know what's interesting though, guys? Colorado as a state is booming, man. You know, you got Denver with the best team in the NFL right now, best record in the NFL. You got Avalanche who are doing amazing, and then you got the Nuggets who are both on historic starts to the season, right? For their franchises. I mean, so man, Denver's really got it, or I should say, Colorado really has it going on right now. Sutton talked to the Nuggets players, and he said it's their turn to bring the parade home. That's what Sutton said. So Corey Sutton's actually believing that Denver's gonna, or he thinks that they have a good shot at winning the Super Bowl.
The Broncos have won 11. They're on an 11-game winning streak this season.
That's what it is. Okay, I apologize. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate that. I tell you one thing that's crazy to me though. Hey, Jags are outscoring in the last 5 games. The Jags have outscored their opponents. Now, given Jacksonville's competition the last 5 games has not been the highest, right? But I will say this: they've outscored their opposition 171-72. That's a pretty damn big, jump. And again, some of those teams weren't exactly above 500. Okay. But again, the Broncos had the longest win streak since 2012. So that's a pretty important thing to note. I feel like they've got the thing that bothers me with Jacksonville, and I highlighted this, is 10 of their wins have been coming from behind wins, and 10 out of 12, their last 10 out of 12 have been one score games. So this is a team that either comes from behind or just gets it by one score. That's the only thing that kind of concerns me, especially when you look at the way Jacksonville has been playing. Like I told you, 170, 172. That kind of concerns me a little bit. We'll see. But Patrick Surtain, the one thing I love about this team is Patrick Surtain is a shutdown that side of the field kind of guy. And I really think that's going to be a huge benefit to Denver's defense against this Jacksonville team. And so I'm kind of curious to see how that all plays out. But in the end, I think I'm going to roll with Denver on this one. I just believe a little bit more. I think Jacksonville's too inconsistent for me to get behind.
Okay, Chris.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be a real good game. Basically, what leans me toward Denver is basically because the game is in Denver. If this game was in Jacksonville, the way Jacksonville has been playing, Trevor Lawrence has played a lot better the last 3 weeks, I would say. And then that defense, Jacksonville has a pretty good defense, but with Denver's defense and Denver being at home, Denver's a 3.5-point favorite. I like Denver here. I'm gonna say probably by a field goal. I think it's going to be a real good game.
Hey, real quick, Big Glenn, you and the guys, you want to hear a fun fact about Jacksonville? I meant to bring this up. I'm sorry. You want to hear a fun fact? If they beat Denver, right? This season, they will have swept the AFC West. If they beat Denver,
insane.
they will have swept the AFC West. That's crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
It is.
Before Glenn goes, I just want to give an update. The Rams are up 30-14 now. Yes, it is past my bedtime, Frankie.
He's been laughing like a joker for half the show. I can't blame the guy.
I love the Matt Stafford throwing touchdown passes because that's helping my fantasy team.
Yeah,
There you go, Gonzo.
It's my
Nobody
league.
cares about your fantasy team, guys. So you're in first place.
No, in this league with the league with Jay and them.
And the one the clown tried to mess up.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you got that kind of reaction from Tony? Could you imagine what Gonzo? Because Tony is mild and mannered.
We seen Gonzo's reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glenn didn't get to see Gonzo's reaction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Glenn might have been a dead man.
bro. He was about to put a hit on you. I can't say that.
Hey, at the very least,
What would have happened is I would have done the same thing he done. I'd have dropped my whole team and then just left. It wouldn't
Yeah.
been part of the league.
You know what though? I was going to learn one way or another. That's for damn sure. I respect you guys too much.
All right, buddy.
I know
We're just busting the chops,
Things
buddy.
happen.
Jacksonville, Denver. What do you think, Big Lynn?
I think Denver gets done.
Okay.
But hey, before you go, Tony, I need to actually a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you a Leo, Jay?
Am I a Leo?
Yeah, are you a Leo?
No, I'm a Virgo.
I want to say because the way you like talking, man, you come off. You give Leo energy when you talk like that. Hey, I'm just being honest.
Swore that good ass Jay, if he was illegal.
I thought he said illegal too. So I
thought he said, Jay, are you illegal? And I'm thinking, oh shit.
Nah. No.
What's going on tonight, man? What's up with the nighttime shows? I don't get this.
It's Luke.
This is
Luke
weird,
time, man.
I know we had Ice and Muncie here the week or so ago. I didn't go out.
No, I can't believe it.
I was afraid.
I know sometimes when we get excited, like some of the things I say kind of sounds like one thing, but it's actually another. So I gotta probably reiterate. I had to actually get a question.
Man.
All right,
Yeah,
where we?
exactly.
Okay, what game we on?
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
A couple games left, guys. Let's move on. Woo!
Can somebody pronounce shit?
Let's go to Pittsburgh at Detroit.
Yeah,
Chris, what do you think about this one? Pittsburgh at Detroit.
I think it's going to be a better game than some people think, but I think Detroit's going to get the win. I think Detroit's going to be able to score too many points. Without TJ Watt being there, well, I don't know for sure if he's going to play or not. I think he's kind of up in the air for this game. But I have a feeling he might miss this game and come back next week. He might play, but even with him there, I just think that the Lions offense is going to be able to put up enough points. And I know the Lions defense hasn't been playing as well, but against this Pittsburgh offense, I think they'll be able to play good enough. So I'm going to go with the Lions here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think Pittsburgh's defense, even though at times they can play really well, can slow down Detroit's offense, especially the run game. And if they get that run game going, then they're going to get the passing game going. So I agree. I don't think they can score enough points to stay with Detroit. Jay.
It's something interesting is that I think Detroit's secondary is susceptible, and DK Metcalf could have a big game in this one. And I also think Kenneth Gainwell, even though he's not the feature back, that belongs to Warren, but Gainwell has really been producing a lot of big games. And I think Gainwell is going to be one of them. And Gainwell's going to be my player to watch in this game. Yeah, you're right. TJ Watt is questionable. I think if TJ doesn't play, that's really going to hurt their defense, and I think Detroit could explode on that. The last time these guys met was in 2021, and it ended in a tie, 16-16. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes on with that. I think, like I said, I think Kenneth Gainwell, he's not, he hasn't been there every down back, but he can pop off, and we have seen him pop off big runs, and he is good at pass catching. So I think that will help them extend drives for Pittsburgh. So I look for Gainwell to be a guy to watch. I also think Jahmyr Gibbs obviously is going to be a player to watch. He's got 47 touchdowns in 46 games, 1,100 yards, 5.5 a carry this season. I think he's at 1594 from scrimmage in terms of yardage. He ranks 6th in the NFL. So you can't look past Jahmyr Gibbs. Not that they don't have Montgomery there as a change of pace back at this point. But watch out for Rodgers against the defense secondary. I think that's the matchup that I'm going to be looking forward to seeing. And what's interesting to me is Mike Tomlin. I think he just passed Dan Reeves on the all-time wins list at 191, which puts him in 10th place. And the biggest thing about this is he's only 2 wins away from going past Chuck Noll, the legendary coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's pretty cool to watch. I'm curious to see when he will pass Noll at some point, and he will be the winningest coach in Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin. That's all I got to say about that. I'm sorry. I am going to go, and this game, I'm going to roll with Detroit. I think I believe in them a little bit more than I do Pitt.
Okay, Big Lynn.
Pitt, I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I feel like this is one of those quintessential Mike Tomlin Pittsburgh games where somehow, some way, they find a way to win.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Whew.
All right, guys, let's get down to this last game.
Like, I have one question for I have to ask for Dad and Glenn.
Okay.
After Jay's whole take there, did you guys believe he was going to pick Pittsburgh?
He talked more about Pittsburgh than he did Detroit, but you know, I mean,
Okay, I was just wondering because the way he was talking, I thought for sure he was picking Pittsburgh to win that game.
You know what that's called? Cliffhanger, motherfucker. Learn it. Let's go.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was gonna slide Houston in there some way.
By the way, you know what's interesting? Hey, one other tidbit, which I think is really interesting about the Steelers. I told you about one about Mike Tomlin. Let me tell you what the other one. Do you realize that if they win this season, that will give them 22 winning seasons? Now, guess who had 21 winning seasons, which is who they're going to break the record if they come away with the winning season? Guess who they're going to break? Glenn, do you know? Half of you should.
Yeah, I was going to say Tom Landry and the Cowboys.
Damn right. 1965 to 1985 Dallas Cowboys with 21. So, yeah.
How many playoff games have they won in them 22?
There you go. Killer. We ain't talking about playoffs. Stay on topic. Let's go. Tony? Playoffs.
Okay, guys, let's go to New England. Frankie's team at Baltimore. This could be interesting. Big Glenn, what do you think?
New England. I think New England finds a way once again.
Okay, let's go ahead.
I was gonna say, I felt like Baltimore will play better than what they have been, but Baltimore has been too in the shits this year. As far as being able to score it up to where they can compete, I don't feel like that they are going to win the AFC North. I feel like the Pittsburgh will end up winning that.
Update: Darnold just do another interception.
Oh, imagine that.
I think the key for Baltimore, they got to find a way to get the run game going. I think they can run on New England. I think this is going to be a close game. I'm going to go with Baltimore. Baltimore by a field goal. Sorry, Frankie. Chris.
The Patriots are the Ravens are 2.5 point favorites at home.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't make no sense to me. I think people are overvaluing the Ravens going into this game. I think the Patriots win this game by 10 points.
Damn.
The Ravens defense has not been good. Their offense has not been great. Their offense looked a little bit better last week or the week before, but that was against the worst defense in the league in the Bengals. I expect New England. I do. I think New England's going to win by 10 points. I like the Patriots a lot in this game.
Okay. And Jay.
Yeah, man. I kind of like this game because there's a lot of things that are at stake here, and a lot of things to look out for, I believe. You do have New England coming at 11-3. They're trying to fight for the number one seed. So they have a lot to play for in this, trying to get that bye. Also, at the same time, Baltimore is trying to get first place away from Pittsburgh. So they have a hell of a lot to fight for. So I think both of these teams are going to be going at the jugular, trying to get either in New England's case, the bye, or in Baltimore's case, trying to get the division.
Why not? Just not that, Jay. Not only New England, if they was to lose, them and Buffalo would be tied if Buffalo wins.
Yes.
They could be. So now you can talk about maybe win the division. You know,
and Buffalo still has to go to Philly, so there's a lot of craziness right there.
Yes, yeah. So it's going to be interesting.
So what's interesting to me is Patriots are coming off the loss, like you said, to the Bills, and the Ravens are coming off the win against Cincinnati. Now it's Cincinnati, so I don't put a whole lot of faith into that because we all know how bad Cincinnati's defense is. So I don't know how much you want to put into, or how much you want to put into that. But I think what I do find interesting is that both leading tacklers, Spillins for New England and Roquan Smith for Baltimore, are both questionable. So it's kind of interesting. I thought they both are dealing with some sort of injury at some level. But the things I'm looking out for in this game that I'm going to be watching is Travion Henderson versus Derrick Henry. That's the first one because both of them can give you a lot of yardage very quickly if you don't do well enough in the run blocking. So I'm looking at that matchup. I'm also looking at Diggs versus Flowers. Both of them guys are the number one receivers for each one of their teams. So I'm looking to see how that plays out. But really, what I'm really looking forward to is a two-time MVP in Lamar Jackson versus what I think is going to be the favorite MVP in Drake May. I mean, there's a lot of craziness, in that game to look out for. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Also, I think Henry faces off against his former coach and Vrabel, and Vrabel's already. So it's interesting because Vrabel and them, when they were in Tennessee together, they have a relationship. They know each other. Vrabel knows him, he knows it, and Vrabel knows how he coaches, things like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out. And interestingly enough, this is a big game for Drake May and his MVP because the game's on prime time. So everybody's watching Drake May, the possible MVP against the past MVP. So I mean, there's a lot of things. And the last thing I'll close out with this is the Pats win over the Bills. Is their average? Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. The New England has only got one win against an above 500 team, and that was the Bills. Only one team above 500 had the Patriots beat. So I know Gonzo's ripped them, and they should be because they're a great team. They're playing well. But also keep in mind, they've only beaten one above 500 team. So I'm going to roll with that being said, though, I don't know that Lamar Jackson is 100%, and that kind of concerns me a little bit. So because of that, I am going to roll with New England.
Let me ask you this. If they only beat one above 500 team, how many below 500 teams have they lost to?
Well, they're 11-3. One of those losses to the Bills, so two of them would be under 500s, wouldn't they? Or above 500s. I'm sorry.
They lost to the Raiders.
Yep,
that's what it was.
First game of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one.
I thought they beat another.
They beat the Raiders, the Bills. I don't know what the
Tampa Bay was above 500 at the time they played them, but now I think they're right around 500.
Who?
The Bucks.
They're right at 500. They're right at 500. Tampa Bay is. They're 7-7.
Yeah, when they beat them, they were above 500.
Yeah,
but yeah, now they're right at 500.
Either way, though, I do think, like I said, Lamar Jackson. He hasn't been right since he came back, off the injured list. He has not looked like himself, and that kind of concerns me. And that's why I feel like New England is going to take that. I think they'll get this win.
Well, Seattle
lost to the Raiders and the Steelers and the Bills. So they only have one loss to a team under 500.
That was some good silence there for a second, wasn't it? Not for. Actually, one more time, Jay. You know already, man.
Which to me also shows signs of a good team. You beat the teams that you should beat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. Guys, before we get out of here, I did have a question. I'd seen somebody said the other day after that New England Buffalo game, some commentators saying that they thought now that the Buffalo's quarterback should be the MVP.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think if his team had a better record, he probably would be in that consideration. But I think the team record has had an effect on that. And I also think the fact that Drake May is literally only 2 years into the league, and this is really the first year under Vrabel, the first year that they've actually put something together. I think a lot of those things kind of carry weight into that. That's just my opinion on it.
My thing is,
I think it comes down to Matthew Stafford and Josh Allen. I think them are the top two. I think them are the two front runners right now, and I think
you think so?
Drake May's probably that number 3. I think them are the top 3 guys, but I think Josh Allen is up there. You look at his numbers. Jake said about their record. The record is 10-4. They've only lost one less game than New England. It ain't like they're 7-7 or 6-5.
And that's why this game is so important for New England because of that record. But I agree with what you're saying.
But I think Stafford is still, in my opinion, the MVP. But Allen has a lot of momentum because of the way he's been playing. He has a 6-touchdown game. Something we've never seen. So I think he's right up there for the MVP. But right now, I would go with Matthew Stafford.
Guys, update. Seattle scored a touchdown, got 2-point conversion. Shaheed scored for Seattle. It's 30-22 now. Yeah, Seattle's fired up. So about just a little bit under 8 minutes left in the game.
I mean, that's really all that is 8 points. So that's still a one possession or one score game.
Yep.
Whew, it's going to be going out to the end.
Well, guys, I think things went well tonight. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the show. We'll be back tomorrow for the afternoon show, 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. We're talking NFL predictions and maybe some college predictions. And so everybody have a good night. Stay warm. We're getting ready to drop about 30 degrees here in about an hour. So
Yep.
Nice. Gonzo?
Don't be gone.